ends and the for real games begin. These two teams will be talked about as Western Conference finalists for real. Reigning champion Warriors hosting the Nuggets. The Draymond Green story you're familiar with. Draymond Green going through the line there, and he would shake hands with Jordan Poole. Of course, if you're new to the program, Google Draymond Green punching Jordan Poole. And don't know what that story is. Klay Thompson, brother made the final out in Game 3. Brother makes a 3 right there. Kevon Looney to Steph Curry. Looney finds Green cutting for the easy layup. We're early in the game. Later in the first quarter, Poole checks in. Into the paint. The floater gets it to go. Green in the corner waiting for the kick out. Poole says, yeah, I'm probably going to take this on my own. But let's do a high five and the tap from behind. Curry, pass to Green. Green, up top to Kuminga. And then Green, the great vision to find Kuminga. But the Nuggets.
Do you believe the Warriors can win the title this season?
And remember, we talked a lot about them in October, November, even December, and then Steph Curry got hurt. And then you had, obviously, the Phoenix Suns doing what they were doing.
Yeah, we didn't know about Klay.
I don't think they will. I think the road is going to be difficult, and I get it. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, all that experience. But Klay still, to me, is not all the way back. I think it's still going to take until next season. I'm not going to give up on the Phoenix Suns. I think with Devin Booker, that hamstring injury maybe keeps him out of this series. I think they'll get past New Orleans. But the one thing about the Phoenix Suns and what they've done this year about taking the regular season seriously, and they got so close to the finish line last year, Molly, and Chris Paul, he wants to end his career. Not that he's going to end this year, but he wants to have a championship on that resume. I think the motivation is there. I think the experience is there. And their role players, guys like Mikal Bridges, DeAndre Ayton, I think they're ready for this moment. By the way, Mikal Bridges, and you'll like this, Steve, because I know we complain about players not playing. He led the league in total minutes. Do you know if this was the year 2003, he would have been 36th in total minutes. This year, he's first. There's just something about this Phoenix Suns team. I just don't think Golden State is going to get it all together. I think the road is too difficult. Again, all the respect in the world for that group. I don't think they do it this year.
Okay. Well, to piggyback off of what you said, I mean, as it pertains to people being available and showing up to work, there's only 5 players in the NBA that haven't missed a game this year. 5 out of 450 plus.
Amazing.
That is the lowest in NBA history. That's a damn travesty. And that's something that the NBA will address. You and I both know if collective bargaining negotiations are going to be very, very interested with some of the stuff that some of these players, not most, not all, but some of these players have tried to get away with. NBA ain't having it, and damn it, I don't blame them. Now, having said all of that, you're talking about the Phoenix Suns and how they're worthy and warranted, and it's warranted that they're the favorites. I don't disagree with that. I think they are the favorites. I think from start to finish, when you consider the level of consistency that they've put on display, they, without question, have been the best team in basketball. I've seen the best team in basketball get knocked off before, and so have you. And I think this is a year it's going to happen. I ain't betting against these Golden State Warriors, bro. And ain't there's no shade. There's no shade on the Phoenix Suns. What I saw from the Warriors, and I got it, matchups, styles make fights. We know that Denver's in over their head because they don't have Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. I get all of that. When you look at Jokic and the big boy DeMarcus Cousins as well, these are guys that you got that set up, but that doesn't work in a matchup like this because you got thoroughbreds, road runners on the other side that are the Golden State Warriors. And they ran Denver out of the state in game 2, out of the state. I mean, I haven't seen a performance like that. I mean, it was something spectacular to behold. And I was actually going to go to that game Monday night, Frank. I was actually going to go to that game. And I said, you know what? I got to be back here too early. I ain't going to do it. So I didn't go to the game. And damn it, I regret it. I really regret it. I should have went to that game because it was that spectacular to behold. Steph Curry, Klay, and then Jordan Poole. This young brother is something special. He is something special. And he's more like Steph Curry than Klay. His movement without the ball, his ball handling skills, his ability to use those skills to get to the basket, and the range with which he pulls up from. Now, that mirrors both Klay and Steph. But Klay don't handle the ball like that, okay? And so when I look at it from that perspective, I just say, I got a nickname for them, Frank Isola. It's Lethal Weapon 3. Remember, I ain't talking about the movie with Danny Glover and Mel Gibson Jr.
Get out of
I'm
here.
not talking about the movie.
You're reaching.
Hold on. I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about Georgia Tech, Kenny Anderson, Dennis Scott, Brian Oliver. You remember that back in the day. It was something special. And I'm looking at Poole, Steph, and Clay, and that's my nickname for them. Lethal Weapon
Hang on a second.
3.
Hang on. You must be going a little soft out on the West Coast. We didn't know anything about Cam Johnson last year. What did he do for Phoenix? Mikal Bridges, think about the way that he played. Same thing with DeAndre. And how about Campaign coming off the bench? So the players that we had question marks about last year for Phoenix, they delivered. Be honest now, Steve. Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole has been great, no question about it. How's he going to do in a big road game against a team like Phoenix? We don't know that. You're just assuming that, it's not. If his agent already called, and thank you for putting him in the same category as Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, but we don't know that.
No, hold on, wait a minute. I'm talking about this young talent. First of all, he's averaging 29. I just want to throw that out there. He's averaging 29 and a half in the first 2 games, in his first 2 playoff games. It's not like it's not, I'm just saying he had 30 and 29. That's number 1, right? Number 2. I'm looking at a skill set. Certainly, you know what? The jury's still out. Got to show up. If you go up against Memphis in the next round, assuming they get past Minnesota, you got to go up against them brothers who want all the smoke, right? Came in the game 2, handled their business like they were supposed to. They better had, damn it, okay? Then you got Phoenix. If you're fortunate enough to get past that, don't get me wrong. I'm fully aware of the challenges. I'm just saying, I believe in those brothers. You believe in certain people, why can't I? I'm looking at Steph and Clay. Their resume speaks for itself. Let me
get into
this brother right here, with them on the court.
Let me say this. This is what I love about, first of all, I'm speaking to 2 highly intelligent and brilliant basketball minds who I've known for a few years. But this is what I love about the fact that y'all are being on First Take. You see, this is my show. You see what I'm saying? This ain't the basketball court. Both of y'all are wrong. Both of y'all. And why would I say that? Because J.J. Redick instigated the proceedings by trying to twist it, and then you fell for it, C.J. McCollum. So let me educate you both about what happened. The question wasn't, is there too much pressure on Steph Curry? The question was, is too much being put on Steph Curry? What do we mean by that? What is it going to take to win this series? We're not saying that what's being asked of Steph Curry is unfair, that it's too much. Oh, my God, this is Steph Curry. How could you put him under these bright lights and this pressure? That's not what somebody is saying.
Neither of us said pressure. We didn't talk about pressure, Stephen A. Don't twist my words. Don't twist my words. I answered the question.
C.J. McCollum said pressure on numerous occasions. Top Gun, fall back. I know you got the #1 movie. Just chill out right now, Top Gun. Sit back and listen to what I'm trying to say to you, okay? I'm saying to you is this, and guys, you know this, because you just articulated it with the astute breakdown that y'all gave. Everything that you're asking of Steph Curry, we understand that. The question is about, is too much being put on him, because we're asking the question in the context, what is it going to take to win this series? You can't just sit there and look at him and expect him to rescue you. Game in and game out, other guys got to step up and do all the things that you both articulated. Over the first 2 games, Steph Curry scores 21 in the first quarter. He finishes with 34 for the game, even though they neutralized him over the last 3 quarters with 13 points. They come back in game 2. He explodes. He finishes with 29. He drops 12 in the third quarter, but he had help. Jordan Poole came out there and did some things as well, and we know what Draymond brings to the equation, particularly with his intensity, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And we'll talk about him later. All I'm saying is it can't be all about